Hi everyone, so I'm going to be doing the other side of the eye. Ignore the random angle. I actually lost my tripod, so I had to like weirdly find like a way to record this angle, but I wanted to get this out as soon as I can because I know a lot of people were asking for it. So yeah, I hope this is helpful, and it might be a little awkward since now it's the left eye and I am right-handed, so I don't know if that makes a difference, but I felt it might. So let's just get started. So we're using the same colors I used last time, and then we are referring to this black as the outer color. So if you want to figure out how to do this first part, you go ahead and watch the first tutorial and I'll link it down below, but this is just for the other eye. So first we're going to start with 18 half double crochets, and remember we're only working in the back loop. Nine, actually I miscounted. So this one's 18, and then you see we have right here, we're gonna do 3, so it's gonna be 19, 20, 21, and then after this we're gonna have 19 more stitches left. So we're gonna go back to our base color. We're gonna do 19 stitches. And a good way also, what sometimes happens to me when I make these hats, I might have like a few stitch counts off, so it might not match up this way. I usually measure them like this to make sure they're pretty lined up, because sometimes it might be a stitch up or down. So I would just go back and see like let's say I had right here was black and I measure it, so I'll just go back and instead do it like just do a stitch over, if that makes sense, even if that's not the exact 18. I don't know if that makes sense, so then you don't have to finish this whole thing. That's usually what I do. But yeah, so now we're gonna do the chain 2 at the end, and we're gonna do 18 half double crochets back loop in our outer color. I find it helps to keep track if you count every row. I know it can be easy to not count. I wouldn't count, and usually when I don't count, I often end up making it look wonky, especially when it comes to like these. It's not as much of a clean line when you don't count. So if you're having trouble with the shape, just make sure you're counting, and then if you see something wrong, then you could look at the graph and see. right, that's 18, and now we are going to do 5 in the outer color. Oops, see, I already messed up. I accidentally did a stitch off, but nothing changed. Oh, I think I just did it weird. Okay. I'm not sure what happened there, but it's okay. There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5. Trying to make sure I stay in frame. I find that I have that problem where I start going off or like in the corner. I want to make sure it's front and center. Okay, so now we're going to do 17 in the base color. Chain 2, and you're going to want to flip. Now we're going to do 16 in this base color. Remember, back loop. Do 2 red. Now we're going to get our inner color, which is typically always white unless you want to do a different pattern than the already 3 Spider-Man hats. And we're going to do 3 of the inner color. And then we're going to do 2 more of the outer color. And we're going to switch back to our base. Almost lost it. Here it is. Okay, now we're going to do 17 of this base color. Okay, chain 2 and flip. This is what we should have so far. All right, so we're going to do 16 half double crochets across of the base color. Not sure why it's a bit off. I accidentally focused it, which I'm trying to like unfocus it, so it's not like focused in one specific area. I'm sorry. So after we do the 16 base color, you want to do 2 in the outer color, and then we're going to do 4 stitches of the white. Now switch to your outer color again, and we're going to do 3 in the outer color. Not sure why it isn't focusing. Okay. Now again, in the base color, you want to do 15 half double crochets. All right, there we go, 15. Flip your work and do 15 stitches across again. All right, now switch back to your outer layer color. You're gonna do 2 half double crochets, switch to the white, and then we're gonna do 6 half double crochets. Switch back to the outer layer color. We're going to do 2 half double crochets. Then go to your base color and you want to do 15 half double crochets. I'm going to chain 2 and flip. You're going to want to do 14 half double crochets. Now switch to your outer color and do 2 half double crochets. Then you're going to want to switch to your white. We're going to do 7 half double crochets. And switch back to red and do 2 half double crochets. Then you're going to do 15 half double crochets in your base color. chain 2 and flip your work. Now you're going to want to do 15 half double crochets in the base color again. There we go, 15. Now switch to your outer color, and you're going to want to do 3 half double crochets. Switch to the color white. You're going to do 7 half double crochets. Go back to your outer color. And do 2 half double crochets. Now you're going to go back to the base color and do 13 half double crochets. Chain 2 and flip your work. Now you want to do 12 half double crochets in your base color. Now you're going to want to switch to your outer layer color and do 2 half double crochets. Now switch to your white, and you're going to want to do 7 half double crochets. Now switch back to your outer layer color. You're going to do 3 half double crochets. Switch to your base color. You're going to want to do 16 half double crochets. Chain 2 and flip your work. Now you're going to want to do 17 half double crochets in your base color. You're going to want to switch to your base color. Switch to your outer color. And you're going to want to do 4. I get this wrong. Alright, now you're going to want to switch to your outer layer color and do 4 half double crochets. Switch to your inner color, and you're going to want to do 6 half double crochets. Now switch to your outer layer color and do 2 half double crochets. And then go back to your base color. And now you're going to do 12 half double crochets. Chain 2. And flip your work. I'm going to do 10 half double crochets. And you're going to want to switch to your outer layer color, do 2 half double crochets, and switch back to white and do 5 half double crochets. Now switch back to your outer layer and do 3 half double crochets. You're going to switch to your base color and do 20 half double crochets. Chain 2 and flip your work. You can now cut off your white yarn. I just cut it off because it makes it easier when I'm working with the yarn, because it often tends to tingle all together. So I think this definitely helps keep everything more organized. Now we're only going to be working with 2 colors for the rest of this tutorial. Alright, so now we're going to want to do 22 half double crochets. Now switch to your outer layer color. And you're going to want to do 9 half double crochets. Now switch back to your base color and do 9 half double crochets, chain 2, flip your work. Now do 8 half double crochets in your base color, switch to your outer color, and we're going to do 8 half double crochets. Okay, now go back to your base color and do 24 half double crochets. Alright, and there you go. There's the second eye to the Spider-Man hat. I hope this tutorial helped a lot. Let me know if you have any more questions in the comments.